Hey there. So I was trying to make a video right after the original video of one of these I posted, and I started to go on a tangent and just completely missed the subject. Like literally started talking about something entirely different from what I first started talking about. And I was talking about ghetto kids or troubled kids or hood kids or anything like that, the stuff those kids at your school, and I'm sure most of you have already thought or pictured in your head one of those certain kids. Now, as soon as I brought that up, I started thinking of black people and people of color and Latinos, sorry, yeah, Latinos, Mexicans, Hispanics, and really just people of color, Nigerians. Um, yeah, people of color. Uh, I brought up something that I've found myself struggle with a lot, and that's with people asking me a question. And this question is, why do you act so white? And for the longest time, I used to be confused on how I was acting white in particular because I'm a black male. I come from a very good family. My household is very good, or at least I'd say. And people within my school, actually, because I'm still attending school. I'm in my senior year. Well, I'm going to be in my senior year. I can't say that. Yeah, I guess I could. And people have been asking me ever since, I'd say, grade three, grade four, why do you act so white? And whenever I'd hear this question, I'd be confused and almost a little angry. I'd be frustrated because I'd get the question over and over and over. And seemingly by everyone, anybody I knew. It didn't matter what race they were, what type of group they came from. I'd always get asked the same question by the same, not by the same, but like I said, literally everyone, anybody white or black, anyone, they'd always ask me the same thing. Why do you ask so white? And as a kid, I didn't really think nothing of it until I kept getting asked the same question over and over and over and over. And like I said already, that question started to bug me and frustrate me. How am I acting white? And then I took a look at social media to maybe get some hints, pointers, cues, or some idea of why people would ask me this. And I found out that a lot of people actually go through the same thing, my same problem. And that's when I realized it. It's not that I act white or act any certain type of way. It's because I don't act a certain type of way. And you may be thinking, that was obviously hilarious. Well, hold on. Let me get my point across. And what I mean by that is that what people see on television and on social media and in real life as well, actually, are people of color usually. performing very ignorant, very loud, very uncomfortable, um very stereotypical. Yes, stereotypical activities such as black men do this, this or that, black women do this, this or that, or black people do this. And they'll exclude it to only one race of people that do that, and they'll repeat this over and over and over. I'm sure you'll notice this through a television series you're watching with the black people. I want you to go ahead and think of a series you've watched with a black person in it and then compare it to another series that you've watched with a black person in it. And I want you to ask yourself if they act exactly the same, or instead of a television series, yeah, a TV show, do it with a movie. Look at a movie, see if they act exactly the same. And I'll, I'll know, I'll have you know, it's true. They act exactly the same, and this isn't good at all because when they act exactly the same, they do the exact same ignorant things you see on television or videos or video games that black people do, and it's always the same stereotype, such as having high blood pressures because they put so much seasoning upon their food, or eating a lot of watermelon, or rolling dice, or a lot of things, honestly, a number of things that I don't even want to get into because I'll just start rambling. And they'll do these stereotypical things in every single piece of media you find with black people. Yeah, that's what we call it, black people. And people will portray this in real life and be like, why don't you do these things? All these ignorant things. And it's never anything good that black people do. That you'll notice. And they'll be like, why don't you talk like this? Or why don't you walk like this? They'll be so used to seeing this image on television that they'll try to portray it on black people in real life or people of color in real life. And that's where the question comes from. Or, yeah, and that's where the question, why do you act so white, comes from. Because they'll see a black person and they'll portray this picture upon them and realize that they don't do any of the ignorant things or any of the selfish things or anything negative that a black person does. And when they compare this image to you, it pops in their head. They act really white. And why do they say white exactly? Is it because white people aren't usually doing this type of thing? White people aren't doing the same things? White people do the same things. It's just they see it portrayed more on black people because that's a black person thing. That's the stereotype they created. And hold on, this freaking crap. I'll try and oh my god, I got grabbed. Anyways, and so because it's never televised on, television, then you have people wondering why a white person acts so black, or is trying to be a wannabe gangster, or you just want to be black. When in all reality, it's not really being black. It's just how a certain person acts. And I've only ever figured that out until maybe like a year ago. And I would always get so offended when people would call me white. just because I didn't do these certain things that black people do or people of color do. Oh, I'm being summoned to another world. And it used to hurt my feelings a lot to the point to where I did start looking on social media and television and things such as that to learn how to be black, which was silly of me. Honestly, it was really silly. Like, I changed my whole personality just so that I wouldn't face that same question. And it's really silly saying out loud now, but that's just how I was. And on social media, people are doing the same exact thing. I've seen black people go through the same exact thing. And it makes me wonder, why do people ask the question in the first place? But we already have the answer to that. They see it on television. They see a stereotype on television. And so the point of this video, the message of this video, it's actually a question. Why are black people always portrayed as ignorant, selfish? Well, no, not exactly ignorant or selfish. The real message, the real question is, why are black people always portrayed the same on television? Why are they portrayed exactly the same? And it's never anything good. They're never portrayed good at all. It's the same exact stereotype over and over and over, which has led people to think that black people can only act a certain type of way. So, yeah, why are black people always portrayed the same on television? But anyways, that'll go ahead and end it up for this video. I'll see you guys later. I'm not gonna post any more videos because I can't think too clearly currently. Well, I mean, I can think clearly. It's just my mind is um it's already speaking miles ahead before I've even said anything. My body simply can't keep up with myself. I literally cannot form the words to come out of my lips because of how fast I'm thinking. So, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be sure to post this video tonight once, um, yeah, once my last one is posted. And I'll be sure to make you guys an incredible video tomorrow. Don't worry. So, let me go ahead and beat these guys up, yo. I'll see you guys later.